It's Rambling Hour with Lisa, Season 9, Episode 12. So we are at the end of Season 9. I hope everyone's well and that you're having a good day and that you've had a great week. That was my glasses that flew up in for a second because I was holding them in my hands and I was talking with my hands. So I'll set them down unless I need them. So I am coming to you live from the bedroom. For once, I wasn't late, but I am late because it is my fault in a sense because I didn't tell Steve that I was doing the live from our bedroom and using the curtains as a backdrop and this red chair and the purple pillow cushion. Anyways, I didn't tell him that I was doing it from here, so he usually doesn't leave for cards until about quarter after. But so yeah, I told him he didn't have to leave the room, he just needs to be quiet. But anyways, he's out now going to cards, so hope everyone is well. I don't know if you remember me telling you about using this white tree. It's an Easter tree for hanging Easter eggs on, like decorated Easter eggs. And but then I decided, after Easter last year, I decided that, you know, it would be good in... what did I use? Well, I brought it down for the winter display, for winter and Christmas, but yeah, part of the winter display because it's white. And then also you could do it with Halloween and hang skulls on it or something too. But when I was shopping around Christmas time or after Christmas, they had these Christmas ornaments that are hearts that were reduced. And I bought them specifically for my Valentine's decoration. So I did tell you guys this, but you might not remember, but I said that I was going to do this. And this is part of my display in the living room, but I brought it upstairs so that I could use it for the show. I just can't see. So also down here, I don't remember if you guys remember him from a couple of years ago. I love silver tabbies because my first cat was a silver tabby, and I didn't know that I was I didn't know if I was a cat person or not because I never had cats, and I'm not necessarily a cat person. Depends on the cat's personality, but I love my silver tabbies. I missed my Willow pillow. Willow lived till he was 12, but I had to put him down in about 2013. So, but that's why when I see silver cats, so this one's actually it's got a zipper on it. It's like pencil case. And this one was a Lonely Valentine a couple of years ago. And then this one is from IKEA. So other people have probably seen this one. And its name is Lilliput, which is almost like my nickname, Lilliput. So that's my silver tabbies. And because the Bitmoji that I chose for my display had a cat in my lap, I chose these to be in the podcast too, especially this one with the heart. These all sit up in my room up on a shelf. But yes, I know people are saying hi to me, so let me just say hello. Samantha, hello. Oh, and Samantha says it's a beautiful display. Thank you. And Sam says, hi, Lisa. So, yes, thank you. So that is what the display is. I'm just going to put the kitties back. I'll put them a bit further back so that they're in the shot, because there's this is what I didn't know if it was in the shot or not. It says love. I know it's backwards for you, but there you go. So with the kitties, I love the big green eyes on this one because I have green eyes as well. There we go. And then my drink that I need. Just pop. Melody says hello now, and Karen says hello. Or hi, actually, she said hi. That's good because sometimes I don't know all who's watching. Sometimes it'll tell me, sometimes it doesn't. So it's good when you guys say hi, then I know you're watching. Plus, I don't know who everybody is. Like, I watch the views go up on my videos, but I'm like, who's watching? How many minutes are they watching? And why don't they ever comment after the, well, sometimes some people do comment after it's been live and they watch it, but okay, so Samantha says, the Great Pottery Throwdown is on, and I want to have a go at making pottery. Have you done it before? I have poured ceramics. I worked in a ceramic shop, so I've poured molds and done all the stuff with ceramics. Even I didn't do the firing of them, but I did the pouring, the taking them out of the molds, like cleaning the seams and everything, and then my boss fired them, and then we would, yeah. So and then my sister Melody knows, and my mom, they were like, we painted ceramics with the same teacher or boss. She was my boss, but she was also our teacher for ceramics for painting. But I have never used a pottery wheel, and we had one in high school in art. I took all the art classes. We had one in our art class, but I haven't used it. So it is something that I thought that I'd like to try at one, one of these days. So maybe Samantha, we can give it a go somewhere. So okay, let's my shirt has a bow on it. I'm wearing an old necklace that I got from, like, I don't know, Claire's, I think. So how is everyone? How was your week? So you remember last Sunday I had a really bad headache? Well, Steve had been sick the night before, like Saturday to Sunday, and his started with a headache as well, and I had such a bad headache. And then after my live, it would not go away. So Monday, Steve stayed home sick from work, which is saying something because he doesn't usually miss work even if he's sick. He's his own boss, but he can still go in and be in the office by himself. But Thomas went in with Owen because they work for him. So I still had to watch Sasha, the puppy. And I was downstairs watching the puppy, and I was trying to get stuff done, but I kept feeling nauseous. So I just lied on my back on the couch while Sasha played around and everything, and then had a nap. And the only thing I could do was lie down and just like trying not to throw up because I was so nauseous, and I hate throwing up. But I didn't know what was going on, and then I felt like that the whole time. And then when Thomas got home from work, when I was able to go upstairs, I went and lied in bed next to Steve, who was ill as well. And then about 11 o'clock, I was like, oh, hey, I'm gonna have a shower and see if I feel any better. And I only just made it to the bathroom before. Luckily, I had my bucket. I had taken my garbage pail from beside the bed, and I had just emptied it into the big garbage in the bathroom when all of a sudden, and so I was sick. And then Tuesday, me and Steve just stayed in bed all day, sick, and then slowly over the week, it took forever just to feel better. And it was ridiculous because I was sick over Christmas and New Year's, as you guys know. So I was already sick for weeks, as was Steve. But we're talking about me. And, yeah, but this one was so, like, the only symptoms were, like, a serious headache, and then feeling nauseous, like, the whole time. And it was so annoying. But at the same time, I was supposed to start working out last Monday, as you guys know. And I couldn't even do anything, no housework, anything with it. I just felt so nauseous, let alone doing any kind of stretching for yoga or any kind of jumping around for exercise. And so Monday and Tuesday I was sick. Wednesday, again, I just was like starting to feel better, but not enough. And then Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and now Sunday, those I've just been working really hard with other things, but no, I haven't started my working out yet. And it's not like me not to keep my word when I say I'm going to do something, so I am going to do my working out. I'm really excited to get to it. I'm going to start it tomorrow as long as I'm feeling good, which there shouldn't be any reason that I'm not. And Thomas is at his nan's right now until like Wednesday or something, so I don't have to watch Sasha during the day, so that's even better because I can start doing my yoga and shred without a puppy jumping around. And then once I've started, then we'll see how well I do with her in the room. But I could always get up and do it. I hate getting up no matter what time it is. Once I'm up, I'm fine, but I hate actually getting up. But I could get up before Tom and Steve go to work and do my workout without the puppy in the room. But my point is, I will start tomorrow, and I'm looking forward to starting. But I've been busy this week. I finished boarding out the loft, so that's only taken a couple of years, but I finished this side right above, like, the entranceway and stuff. So Yeah, Melody says sounds like you had a migraine. I don't know if I've ever had a migraine because, I mean, this was a bad headache, but from what I hear with people with migraines, this was like bearable. It was just, it hurt. It was just a headache. But it was like, you know, like behind your eyes and then like up. It just like, oh my God. But yeah, it was just a headache. It wasn't like the light didn't bother me or sound or, well, I guess sound can bother you when you have a headache, but oh, Melody says they make me puke. Oh, well, that's interesting, but it lasted for a few days. So, and me and Steve both had it. So, it's just weird. So, we didn't know if it was something we ate. We thought maybe it was something we both ate, but we didn't really eat the same things. It was on, like, when we went out for dinner and movie, I had some of his steak, and then we both had popcorn at the movies, but he had sweet popcorn and I had salty popcorn, so they're not even in the same containers. And then the next day we ate the same thing, but I don't know. Melody says it was probably just an illness. Yeah, I don't know, but luckily we're feeling better now, and just, yeah. It was just really disappointing for me being all pumped up to start my workouts, and then that. And then even more annoying that I lost 2 days of getting anything done. So then I had to spend, like, you know, Wednesday and Thursday trying to catch up on all the things that I didn't do on those days. So yeah, working in the loft, organizing things, cleaning the house. I love our house. Going through plants, like all the plants that are overwintering in the house. See, if I overwinter the plants in the greenhouse, then I only have to go and turn the heater on to make it above zero on the days that it's going to be below zero. So the plants, a lot of them go dormant and barely grow. But having them in the house, it's warm, so they're growing and they're growing leggy, and it's not like the best environment for them because they don't get enough light. Plus, well, and I have to go through them and just make sure everything's okay and that they're watered and everything else without killing them. You don't want to overwater them, but you don't want to dry them out either. So taking care of all the plants in the house, and yeah, so, and then tidying now, just making things clean. But I've had a good week. I'm happy. I love our house, and I look forward to getting back to my workouts, especially when I put on clothes. Like, I know you guys don't care because I'm not huge, and I'm not going to act like I'm not even as big as I used to be. I don't think I can stand on this chair. But this, you know, this paunch, it's not that it's that big or anything, but I see that it's come back, and it wasn't like that before. So, do you like my jeans? I got these for my birthday a few years ago. Anyways, it's not that big, and I'm not complaining about that. It's just the opposite of progress, like going backwards. So yeah, and then what else is going on? Steve's dad's gonna be in town in a few days. Unfortunately his friend passed away, so he'll be here for a funeral, but it'll still be good to see him. Nothing that I can think of coming up this week. We'll see you guys on next Sunday. It'll be the 12th, so I'll still see you before Valentine's Day. Next Sunday, the 12th, is Amy's 31st birthday, but she will be, she's going out of town with her lovely husband, James, so we won't be getting together for her birthday. I'm just going over the dates in my head to see if there's anything that I remember that I have to do this week specifically. So, what else? You guys tell me something that you've done this. Oh, Melody just did something that you've done this week. Melody says, I made hummus today. Have you made some yet? No. Did I say I was going to make hummus? I know it's like, I have chickpeas, garlic. Did I say I was going to make hummus? I'm not really, like, I'll eat hummus, but I like it, like, when I buy the hummus in the shops, I like the, like, red pepper hummus better. Like, I like the ones that have some kind of flavor in them that more than just the plain hummus. Oh, Melody said no. Yeah, but I do like hummus. But, like I said, I like the red pepper hummus, which obviously Steve can't eat because he's allergic to it. I haven't had hummus in a while, so maybe I'll get that when I'm out shopping this week. I'm jiggling my leg, trying to think of what to talk about. if everything goes to plan, I think I'm going to do next week's Valentine's rambling hour from the kitchen. I don't know what we'll make or what we'll do, but it'll be in the kitchen. If everything goes to plan. Melody says I love it for my veggies. I know, you know, that's another thing that's annoying is that not only do I want to work out, I want to eat healthier, which actually I've done pretty good this week with portion sizes, but the ridiculous thing is that because I've been so ill, that's part of the reason that I reduced my pop and mostly just ate toast, noodles, like, which isn't the healthiest, but I needed just something in my stomach and something that would not be too harsh, or like ready salted crisps, just something. Yeah, so it hasn't been the best foods, but it was I haven't eaten a lot each day. So but yeah, my point was I bought stuff for salads. Like, I want Greek salad, I want Caesar salad, I want tossed salad, I want any kind of salad. So, but yeah, chicken salad. I have stuff in my fridge just to make salads, and I've been craving salads. But I haven't made them because, well, I've been sick and stuff. So I'm planning on doing that. I also bought the stuff again. So many times I buy the meat to make chili. And my chili's fine, but Steve's is better for some reason. And so I buy the stuff for him to make chili, but I don't want to, he does enough with work and everything else. Plus he hasn't been feeling good either. So I don't want to say like, hey, you're going to make that chili, but I keep buying it. And then if he doesn't make the chili and I need to use the meat, then I'll make like tacos or use the meat for something else. But then the next week I'll buy meat again, waiting for him to make the chili. So I think I'm going to prep all the stuff for him and then be like, can you throw this in the pot and make the chili, please? So, Mom says, sounds good. And she's talking about the salads. Melody says, I made a kale and apple salad today. And Mom says, love salad. Okay, well, I don't like kale. Really. I've tried to like it. I don't. And I'm allergic to apples. So that wouldn't work for me. But actually, a salad that I do like is really thin sliced cucumbers and really thin sliced white onion with like a cucumber dressing. It's just a cucumber salad. I like that one. There's lots of salads. I'm going to make Steve a Cobb salad too and see what he thinks of that. Because he'll complain, like, he'll take salads for his lunch when the weather is nicer. Like right now, if it's cold outside, he wants something hot to eat for lunch. But he'll take like tuna salads for his lunch and everything. But salads for supper, he always says that he never gets full. So, but that's why I'm going to try things with him, like a Cobb salad, you know. So if you put chicken or ham or eggs or even nuts and stuff like in the salads, things to like fill you up more. So if you want, comment and tell me what your favorite salad is, and if or even put a recipe for a salad. I think salads are really good. We like spinach in this house, cooked or like raw. So that you can definitely spinach salads. I haven't had a spinach salad in a long time. You like Boston pizza spinach salad? That one has eggs in it too. Yeah, I'm and even a tossed salad is not very hard to make. So I could even make one after I've done, because I haven't really eaten dinner. I made burgers and chips for the kids, and Steve, I made chicken burgers and a few chips. But I had a few chips with hot sauce on, like a very small, like what we call a fruit nappy, like really fruit cup, like a fruit bowl, like a really small dessert bowl. And I put a few chips with some Frank's hot sauce on and just ate that, so I had something in my stomach. But I haven't really eaten dinner. I don't know what I want. But tomorrow will be different. I'm going to get on this eating right and portioned and proper food that's actually feeding my body and healthy for me. And, you know, because that's the thing, is you can eat lots of some things that are good for you, but not high in calories. And you can eat small portions of things that, you know, are, so yeah, you don't have to, it doesn't have to be torture. You can eat lots and lots of salad, but it depends how much dressing you're putting on and what other things you're adding to it that might not be as healthy. Oh, I love cheese in my salad too. So like, even if I have a tossed salad or like a taco salad, like, yeah, I like the grated cheese in it. But again, you got to just watch your calories and your protein and carbs. You don't have to, but I do, because I am going to get rid of this paunch. So, and it's not just that. Oh, my muscles in my back are tight, so that means yoga. I need to do yoga, and I want to not get rid of the paunch just to lose weight. I mean, I want the, where did these go? Where did it go? All my muscles. So, I want it back. Melody says, I use the majority of my kale in green smoothies with spinach. I don't know if I've had kale in a smoothie, but if I still taste the kale, I might not like it. Melody says kale, spinach, apple, cucumber, banana, strawberry. Okay, so I'm allergic to apple. Although I could cook apples and then put the cooked apple into my smoothie. That's a good idea. And same with strawberries. I'm allergic to strawberries, but if I cooked them first, I did try that once. I cooked them and then I made them into little ice cubes, and then I never tried them. But yeah, if I cook the strawberries, then I can use them. Banana, I love banana. And actually I had a banana. Oh yeah, I had a banana this morning when I woke up early in the morning. My stomach was hurting like it was empty, and not gassy, acidy, like just hurting like it was empty. So I had a glass of milk and a banana. And then cucumber, yep, I can eat that, and I like cucumber. Oh, you know what else I like with cucumber? Is the really thin sliced cucumber in water. And you would be surprised that cucumber has like such a flavor that it makes water really good. So even like sliced lemon and cucumber water, yum, yum, yum. So Melody, when you said kale, spinach, apple, cucumber, banana, strawberry, that was the smoothie, right? Not a salad. The thing about putting all that stuff in a smoothie, I guess, is like it's okay once in a while, but you don't want to just have a liquid diet because your body needs the fiber as well. Oh no, I guess that's okay. If you're putting in a smoothie, you're still getting the fiber. It's when people juice things and only have the juice of it and they don't eat the pulp, like the meat of the fruit and vegetables, because you need that as well. Melody says, yes, smoothie. Very good, very good. It is just super quiet up here. Only the 3 girls are home, but their dad told them to be quiet before he left. He said when he left the room that he was going to tell them to be quiet because I was in here doing this. Melody says, I've started eating overnight oats. Yes, me and Stevie eat those as well, and they are easy to make and really yummy. So I don't know if you have the same recipe as us, but it would just be oats, and then his had Greek yogurt, but I don't like Greek yogurt, so I'd use regular yogurt in mine. And then we would add like whichever, like chia seeds, or what are the other ones? So whatever kind of little seeds and stuff. I would grind them up and add them, and then then you put that, do you add milk too? I think it's oats, milk, yogurt, and then you put it in the fridge and it absorbs the milk, and then, and the seeds if you want seeds in it. And then in the morning, I would put fresh fruit on his, and I might have blueberries because I'm not allergic to blueberries, but sometimes I just have agave nectar in mine just for a little bit of sweetness. But yeah, we used to eat overnight oats. That's another good one. And then you know what else we would eat when we were eating healthy, and they're easy to prep before and make a bunch, and you can freeze them, and then you just warm them up in the microwave or in your air fryer, is like the little egg cups. Like you take like a muffin tray and make like whip up your egg, like beat your egg, and then put it in the trays, the fruit cups. What am I talking about? In the muffin tin. And then you add like a little bit of ham, cheese, tomato, whatever you want, peppers, and then you bake them. And yeah, you have these little egg muffins. And then I just put them in a container and then freeze them, and then I take a couple out, and they're ready to go, everything. It's awesome. So Melody says, yes, I use chia seeds, Greek yogurt, milk, Saskatoons in the morning. I haven't got enough Saskatoons off my Saskatoon bush here yet. Even when I had the Saskatoons last year, had so many flowers, and so I thought I was going to have lots of fruit, but the birds got to it before I could. So I'm going to have to, if I really want to get a Saskatoon, and I understand, I mean, the Saskatoons don't grow here. you know, so not many people have them. So the birds are like, what is this that I found that's so delicious? So I'm going to have to cover it with netting. Melody says, or whatever fruit. Melody said, I made egg muffins for Dad when he broke his arm. Did you like them? Hey, that was a question I had. Did Dad break his finger before he broke his arm? Because I remember there was something he did where he had to get his wedding ring cut off. But I couldn't remember why his finger had swollen or something where he had to get his wedding ring cut off. My dad never broke anything his whole life until he was in his 60s. So Melody says, I think so. Yeah, I mean, it sounds familiar to me, but I can't remember. So, okay, so Melody says, I think it was before. Yeah, I think so too. But so it is February 5th already. And as I told you guys before, and as people here know, for us, for our winter, January and February are the harshest months. They're just rainy and miserable. And then any freezing weather we get, it'll be in those months. And any snow we get, which is probably not much, will usually be in those months. And we just need to get through that. Now, March will still be rainy and chilly, but you know that you might have some nice days in March, and it's just the risk of frost is passing, and it's different. So for gardening reasons, I only have a few weeks left before I can be out there doing stuff and everything. Although you can garden all year. I could be out there in miserable weather, but it's just chilly and miserable, and I don't want to be out there. But also because I know that I want to be out there, and I'm even going to want to be out there even more so when the weather is nice on sunny days when it's warmer out, then I need to get everything done that I need to do in the house. So, oh, Mom said yes, referring to Dad breaking his finger and it being before. And Melody says, I mean, I think he liked them. And Melody says, you missed my banana boat comment. Ooh, I love banana boats. Where? Hang on, where's the banana boats? Oh, Melody says, we had banana boats last night with frozen vanilla yogurt. Sorry, here they say, some people say yogurt, some people say yogurt, but it's spelled Y-O-G-H-U-R-T. So it's actually spelled different, which is why it's pronounced different. But anyways, so yeah, so if I say yogurt or tomato or tomato, we had banana boats last night with frozen vanilla yogurt, strawberries, and a drizzle of chocolate. So for those of you who don't know what banana boat is, it is where you slice a banana in half, or but do you keep it in the skin, Melody, when you do it, or you put it in tin foil, and you might put some chocolate chips, and then you bake it in the oven, so it's like a baked banana. So it's a boat because you cut it in half, and it's like, so anyways, and then you bake it in the oven, and that sounds really yummy. And frozen yogurt, frozen vanilla yogurt. Now, did you just freeze vanilla yogurt yourself, or did you buy frozen yogurt? Because slowly it's coming around here, but I haven't really been able to find any. And we don't have any. I mean, maybe in the big cities they might have frozen yogurt places, but they don't really have them near where I live. But I miss the frozen yogurt. Oh, and then Melody says, yes, keep it in skin, chocolate chips, and marshmallows. Yes, I think actually that's true, because my Auntie Joan is the one who used to make them for us. Mom and Auntie Joan, they would make them for us when we were camping on the fire. And that was, well, not on the fire, but like when the fire burns down and you got the nice coals for baking things and everything. Which is another thing I can start doing when I tidy up outside is like making fish on the fire outside. And barbecuing. Woo woo! But I can't wait for us to have a door from the kitchen to outside again, because I don't want to complain because I love my life and I love the renovations that are happening, and slowly but surely they're all getting done. But right now you have to go from the kitchen all the way through the entranceway, through the dining room, through the living room, through the patio doors, and then back all the way by the kitchen to where the barbecue is, or open the window and pass things out to where the barbecue is. So it's a bit annoying, but it'll all be good when it's done. So Melody says, when it was done in the oven, I carefully removed them from the skin and added them to a bowl. So one banana per bowl, like for each person. I just pictured you like dumping all of it into one big bowl And I was like, oh my god, what's she gonna say now? She mashed them? But that sounds yummy. Although with the marshmallows and chocolate chips and chocolate sauce, it's not necessarily the healthiest dessert, but it is a real... Oh, you know what? Actually, we've talked about this before when I was eating healthy, but when I'm really serious about my healthy eating, two of the desserts that I love are... so for those of you who don't know, if you're making like frozen smoothies, a good alternative to your ice cream and stuff like that is frozen banana, because it'll thicken the drink and it tastes so yummy. So I like... one that I make is just milk and banana. And, well, I like it just like that too, but now let's see. And then I can do, there's one that I do with like, I just add a bit of cocoa powder and 1 or 2 drops of peppermint extract. You don't want to put too much, otherwise it tastes like toothpaste. But it makes it a chocolate banana milkshake, or a chocolate mint banana milkshake. Or smoothie. It's really, really yummy. And the other dessert that I do, because I'm allergic to apples, is I will just I'll skin them, I'll cut up the apples, put it like into cubes. I'll add it to a bowl. I'll add a few sweeteners and a little bit of brown sugar. No. Cinnamon. Sorry. Just cut up cubed apples, a couple sweeteners. I haven't made it in so long because I'm not healthy right now. And some cinnamon. And then and a little bit of olive spread, like margarine, and I'll put it in the microwave and cook it until the apple is cooked, because then I can eat it. And yeah, it's so good. It's like the inside of apple pie without the pie shell, and without the sugar, because you're using sweeteners. Melody says, I melted a few... Oh, hang on. Yes, bowl per person. I melted a few chocolate chips with shortening and made drizzle marks. Oh, right. That's not too bad. And Auntie Diane says, hi there. Sorry I'm so late. That's okay. You know that they get posted after and you can catch up. I'm just happy that you're here. And Mom says, did you get new curtains? Nope. These are in our bed. I'm in my bedroom right now. So when I moved here, or when Steve moved here, still the same one. There's this like really, I call it ugly border up there. And it's got orange and red. So instead of fighting the border, taking it down or anything, because eventually this isn't going to be our room, so that's when I'll take the border down and paint the walls in here and everything for whoever is going to have this room. But instead of fighting the colors, I just went with the red and orange theme. So that's why we have red curtains, and then these red chairs. We have 2 of them. So, and then it works because Steve's kids were younger, they would buy him, I don't even know how it started, but they buy him Tiggers. So he has a toy box of Tiggers. So the, yeah, I think this one's supposed to bounce. I don't know if it has batteries in it or not. No, anyways, yeah, so he has a bunch of Tiggers, and so it works with the orange and red. Just put that back in his toy box. And Mom says, I like the curtains. Thank you. And they're pretty good for blocking out the light. So that's what I look for in a curtain. I love the sunlight, and I would sleep with my curtains open. But if I want it to be dark in a room, then I want curtains that are going to block the light out. So when I had my place in Canada, I had, what are they called? Blackout blinds, where they pulled down, and like my room would be completely dark. I love that room too, because it had a window on one wall and a window on the other wall. And then when I opened both windows, the wind would come through the room, and when I'd be sitting on my bed, it was like having fresh air, like I was sitting outside. It was really cool. So, what else is new with you guys on this wonderful Sunday in February? Can you guys believe that I've lived in the UK for over 8 years? That me and Steve, in May, it'll be 9 years that we've been together, and that we've been married for 5 years? Time goes by so quickly. Okay, got some comments. Melody says, I want to grow herbs, rosemary, thyme, cilantro, basil, but I keep killing them. Sorry, they say basil here instead of basil. They say oregano instead of oregano. And cilantro here is, oh my God, my brain, hang on, coriander. So, Melody, you say you keep killing them. They like dry, so don't overwater them. And they like sun. So they're Mediterranean, so you want them in the sunniest windowsill you have, and you keep them on the drier side. So try that. Try again, and they're easy to grow from seed, so just keep trying. Basil is one that will be a little more forgiving with some water, but even that, it like, you got to watch for aphids, because they're dry, and especially if you're starting them indoors or growing them in a windowsill. But like I said, they grow easy from seed, so that you just gotta keep trying with them. So, and Mel, you can grow thyme outside in Canada. It'll come back year after year. So Auntie Diane says, I twisted my neck and have sharp pains in the back of my head. It hurts so bad. I've been laid up in bed since this morning. I rubbed Penetrate on. I'm guessing that's some kind of like muscle relaxant or pain killing ointment. It seems to help with the pain. Starting to feel a bit better now. So you twisted your neck. Do you think you pulled a muscle when you twisted your neck? And Melody says, hope you feel better. And yes, I hope you feel better as well. Auntie Diane says, wow, that's awesome. 9 years. Congratulations. Well, we're not there yet. It's only February. Just kidding. Melody says, I probably overwatered. I have rosemary seeds. Okay, but that's the thing. You guys need to remind me about that, because it is on my list of things to do, but I have had seeds that I've been wanting to post out to you and some of the cousins who grow, and I just have too many seeds, because look, every time I buy a magazine, I get more seeds and more seeds. And the thing is that some things that grow well from seeds, they're easy enough to get seeds from when they seed out, and then you just get repeats of things. So I have too many of like this, but I don't know if they do this like this in Canada. So I get like so many seeds, so I need to post lots of them out. So if you want seeds, let me know. So these ones, Morning Glory, Chamomile, Tomato, that's Gardener's Delight. I'm not good at all these names, but Racacum. What's the name? What's the other name for that? Like Mexican fleabane, I think it is. It's like, I think it's Mexican fleabane. Another tomato, it's called Tigerella. Pretty cool. And Verbascum. So I want to do, Melody, you said about basil. And so what I was thinking about, instead of trying to grow so many things at once, I'm going to try and focus, I think I told you guys this already, I'm going to try and focus on certain things. So like if I get my button gear with stuff outside, and I know my raised beds are full of stuff right now because of the greenhouse, blah, blah, blah. But what I was thinking is, because I save all my, because I'm a hoarder, a pack rat. And Steve, when I go up in the loft, he's like, I think there's a rat up there. I'm like, yeah, the biggest rat of all, the pack rat. But I save all the salsa containers, the salsa jars. So I am wanting to maybe make my own salsa, or, but also pesto, which I love. So that is, if I do a bunch of tomatoes and I grow a bunch of basil, then I will have the ingredients to like make tomatoes, you know, for the salsa. And onions, I can grow onions. And peppers, I can grow peppers, but I can grow some that Steve can eat. And, you know, like hot peppers that he can eat. But basil as well. So for pesto, it's garlic, basil, and then like pine nuts and olive oil. So yeah, like that's instead, and then different. So say like a year that I want to make a bunch of pickled cucumbers, then maybe my whole garden is basically focused on cucumbers and getting that right and growing them. And yeah, because I'm not as good with vegetables as I am with the flowers and stuff. It's just a different growing season over here and everything else. So that's my plan. But we'll see. This year, if I do any corn, I am going to do some sweet corn this year instead of the gem corn. And let's see, Auntie Dan says thanks. That's referring to us saying, hope you feel better. And Auntie Dan says, I would like to try an herb garden this spring. Well, no need to wait till spring, just like I said. And Auntie Diane, I know that you grow houseplants really well in your house. So, but what you want is, if your houseplants are making it too humid in your area, you want it more of a, like I said, a dry area. They don't want to be too humid, but I mean, I grow them outside here, so it still should be good. But you can start your herbs inside and have them in the sunniest window. Auntie Dan says, I put some garlic clove in the raised beds this last fall. Garlic clove. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Is that the flat one that kind of twists? I don't have any garlic clove. I have... Wait, garlic clove. Wait, my brain is... Hang on, let me think. Oh, I was thinking of garlic chives. I have chives, and I've grown garlic, but I don't have any garlic chives. And garlic clove. So you put cloves of garlic in to grow. And I don't. I have some like that I didn't get up, so then one clove becomes one plant, but then if you disturb the top of it, it dies down, and then it then becomes all the cloves, and I get all these little greens coming up. And so I've been trying to like clear out all the garlic out of my bed and like start again. But here, the best time to plant garlic here is like October. So yeah, like you said, yeah, the raised beds this fall. So, and I know my neighbor in Saskatchewan in Canada, he grew lots of garlic. So I'm pretty sure it's probably the same method there, is to plant it in the fall like a bulb, and it takes like a long time to grow. But the other thing that we've talked about before on here is when the garlic starts growing and it gets, it's like flower head coming up. It's like a very stiff green like stem coming up. And then it gets this flower head that looks like a raindrop before it opens. It's called a garlic scape. And you can cut those off because obviously you don't want your garlic to flower anyways. So you want to cut that off so the energy goes back into the bulb that's growing. But you can take those garlic scapes and make delicious, like you can just make them like asparagus, like with like butter, and they have the garlic flavor, but they're not too strong. Or I saw some other recipes online too. So look up garlic scapes and don't waste those. Like let them get that to the point that you're going to cut them off. And I've only had them once when I grew garlic the first time, and they're so good. So again, I didn't plant any garlic in October, and my raised beds are full of stuff right now, all the stuff that needs to go in the greenhouses. And behind, because it wasn't just the stuff that was in my greenhouses, but behind the greenhouse I had all like pots and like all like my, you know, like seedling trays and everything where I like stored everything. So I had to move all that off the what's it called, pavement, like the slab where the greenhouse is going. I had to move everything off of it because they need 3 feet, I think, around it to work. 2 or 3 feet around it to work. So yes, a clove of garlic grows garlic bulbs. Okay, and Auntie Dan says, garlic scapes chopped and mixed with oil lasts a long time and freezes well too. Oh yeah, you said that. Okay, so you've grown garlic before? I think we talked about this again already, that you've frozen them like that, and then you can just add them to soups and stuff like that. That's another thing I love that Steve says doesn't fill him up, is soups. I don't get it, because you can have, okay, what's the difference of having pasta and sauce or adding more water to it and it being a soup? Like, I know the liquid fills you up, but then you can just have more when you're hungry again. But yeah, anyways, I like soups and salads. So Auntie Dan says, first time last year, it's great. Yes, garlic is easy to grow and so worth it. And I still have garlic. Like I said, I collected all the ones out of the bed and stuff. So they're not the prettiest looking like bulbs and stuff, but they still are garlic. And I'm still using what's in the garage right now. Some of it's starting to sprout and some of it gets wrinkly. So I have to go through it every now and then, but I still have some that I'm using up. So, and then I like I said, I've been cleaning the beds and I want to start fresh. And I want to, okay, so Monty Don is a gardener on Gardener's World that I watch here, a TV show. You can watch it on YouTube or find it on BBC if you can get that there. But it's called Gardener's World, and it comes out with a magazine as well. And he always grows at his home, he grows elephant garlic. It's like huge bulbs, and he says it's more of a mild garlic flavor. So I want to try elephant garlic as well. I can talk about gardening all day long, but please do remind me to post the seeds. Okay, so for this week, my goals will be, well, starting to work out. So I'll let you know how that goes. And I don't care. It's going to be hard because I haven't worked out for so long. So it's not going to be my best workouts, but it's going to be something. You got to start somewhere. So even if I have to run on the spot and I'm exhausted by the end of it, or I have to drink water every few seconds, like, it doesn't matter. I need to start. You got to start from somewhere. You just do your best. That's all you can do. And then my other goal this week will be to get my seeds ready to post. And then if I don't do it by next week when you guys see me, you guys can give me trouble for not sticking to what I said I was going to do. I didn't say I'd post them this week. I said I'll get them ready to bring to the post office. So that's my goal. If I get them posted too, that's great too. But I'm going to get them ready to go to the post office. And, okay, so then, me and Steve already chose the tiles that we want for the bathroom downstairs and the backsplash in the kitchen. But today, and we've already taken the measurements for the bathroom downstairs for the walls and the floor. So today we went over it again and just made sure we knew which tiles were going on which walls and everything else. So he needs to give it to the tile guy. So that is happening. Hopefully soon. He said he wasn't going to send it to him on a Sunday, but he'll talk to him in the next few days and see when Steve the tiler, everyone's name's Steve, can come and tile the bathroom. So I have been working, after I cleaned, I'm trying to find places for the plants that I was keeping in that bathroom. Finding places to hide them around the house, but where they get enough light and they're not in the way. Because sometimes you don't realize how big plants outside are until you try to bring them in the house to overwinter. And then you're like, oh my God, this is really big. So hopefully the bathroom renos are going to be happening soon too. Like I said at the beginning, I can't think of anything other than those things, and then working up in the loft and getting organized and cleaning. And I'm still working on because I'm a pack rat, I'm always working on the use it or lose it. So I have to get rid of the loft beds. Okay, so the girls got new beds, so I have 2 loft beds, 3 desks, and they're all in the caravan right now, waiting to get pictures taken. Well, I took pictures of the beds before I took them apart, but I didn't take pictures of the desks because that would have been just too easy. So now they're all stuffed into the living room of the guest house, and I need to take them out of there, take pictures of them, and put them on the buy and sell or something. So, and all the mattresses we have so many mattresses in there, even more than we had with the beds. So we have 2 double mattresses and about 4 single mattresses that I need to deal with. And the thing is, there is a place at the tip, so that's like where you bring household waste, that you can bin like used mattresses. But there's also a few charities that will take mattresses if they're not too gross. And I know these ones aren't gross because they've only had one owner, which is the kids. So I'll wash the covers and then take pictures of them and see, because I would rather them get donated and be, given to somebody who could use them than just bringing them them going to a landfill. So I have all those things to do as well that I'm working on, and then getting rid of more and more stuff and finding places to take it. Because it's easy to get rid of stuff. Well, it's not easy, not for a hoarder. But even if I'm willing to part with things, that's not the hard part for me now, is I don't want to get rid of something for it just to go to landfill. If it still works and it's still useful, I want it to go to somebody because I know what it's like to not have any money and to want even mattresses for your kids, or some of the other things I'm getting rid of. Like, everything costs money, and when you don't have any, you're grateful for anything that you get. So I want those things to go to people who, even if I put them on the marketplace for free, or what's the one, there's one on Facebook, like the Marketplace, but there's the other one that's like a free one. Anyways, like, I just rather them go to people who can use them instead of them going to landfill. That is one of the reasons that I haven't got rid of some stuff, is because I need to make sure that things are going to the right place. So that brings us to something else that we do on here, which is planning our funerals and stuff. So there's a new podcast. There's a comedian here who is on TV shows, and I can't remember her name right now, but she has a podcast, and it's called Where There's a Will, There's a Wake. W-A-K-E. Where there's a will, there's a wake. And it is, so she's a comedian. She interviews other celebrities and comedians, and they talk about different things like what we've been talking about on here. How do you want your funeral to go? What your will. Oh, what do you think what do you want your obituary to say? And what your legacy that you want to leave behind? And yeah, so there's those things, and it's a good podcast. I've only listened to a few episodes, but I've already enjoyed them, especially because I know the people that on those ones who are being interviewed. So, and then some of them are comedians, so it's just funny. Auntie Dan says, that reminds me of camping out at the chalet with Uncle Henry. Upstairs, they had like 12 mattresses for everyone to sleep on. That's what I mean. I remember at the chalet as well, and that's the thing. Like, when you're camping or when you're just, like, all the family, then yeah, mattress on the floor, that's better than sleeping on the floor. So it just breaks my heart to know that these mattresses aren't some filthy, like, crack house, like, mattresses. These are just, the reason we even are getting rid of these mattresses is because, annoyingly, the beds that we bought for the girls, they're like, day beds. Long day beds, and then they have a part on the bottom that pulls out, and then you put, so 2 mattresses stack when it's a day bed, and then when you pull the bottom part out, you put the single mattresses beside each other, and it becomes a double bed for like a sleepover or whatever. And that's fine, but they're extra long, so they're just a little bit thinner, like narrower than the single mattresses, and a little bit longer than the ones, but you want them the right mattresses so that they fit in the bed properly. So that, it was really annoying. So there's nothing wrong with the mattresses that are out there waiting to go. It's just that they didn't fit into the new beds that we bought. So yeah, I will do that. The name of the podcast is Where There's a Will, There's a Wake. So I'll take a screenshot of the thing, and I'll put it into the comments. Also, another one that I like listening to is called Obituaries, and it's like spelled with a B-I-T-C-H in it, and they have different things that they talk about, but they find funny or interesting or entertaining obituaries, and yeah, because you learn a lot about some people in their obituaries. So that's another one that I listen to and enjoy. And then obviously I told you guys about End of Life University, which is the one for learning about hospice and palliative care, and just making your own plans, or if you're taking care of a loved one at the end of their life. So we got our handy dandy book, and I think what I'm going to do this week, what our question is, and actually when I was listening to Where There's a Will, There's a Wake, they talked about something that I was like, oh my god, that's so awesome, I need to add that to my list of things to talk about when we do this, but I can't remember what it is now, so I'll have to listen to that again, and or write it down when it comes to me. So today, number 5, and I know I said I need to post these for people so that they can do the ones that we missed without having to watch the whole past episode of the Rambling Hour. Number 5, what if you died yesterday, what would you hope your obituary would say. So there's somebody who talked about that on theirs. They said they don't want people at the funeral, like the eulogy and the obituary and stuff, they don't want people to lie. They don't want people to say like, oh, he was a great person who always helped other people out, if that's not the truth. You know, there's good things about a person and there's bad things about a person, and you don't have to add the bad things necessarily, but you don't want to lie about it. So what would your obituary say? And they say that this is a good exercise for people because it helps people while they're alive to think about, what have you done with your life so far? What have you accomplished? What is your legacy? And should you change something in your life now to start doing something that, you know, contributes to the benefit of others and to your family and everything else, so that you do have something positive to write about in your obituary. Now, I know the people watching live right now interacting, like aunties and Melody and Mom, and like I know you guys are, you know, I don't know all your secrets, but I know for the most part you guys are pretty good people, so I know your obituaries are going to be good. But there's, who knows who's watching this live that I don't know, because they're not commenting or watching this at a later time. And you might have, if you write out your obituary now and think about what people would read about you, are you proud of it? Are you proud of the life you've lived, or is there things that you would change? And there's still time to change. So it's not about thinking about your death necessarily, like you're going to die yesterday or tomorrow. It's about the fact that you're still alive and you have a chance to make sure the obituary says what you want it to say by changing your life and doing better. So that's what it is. Number 5, your obituary. Mine would be an obituary if somebody else wrote it. They'd be like, she was hard to take most of her life. As she got older, she matured a little bit, but she still talked a lot. And just kidding. Yeah, so we are at, okay, we got 5 minutes. That's fine. So yes, I need to make notes of those things that we need to talk about and include in our, look at my hair is just getting bigger and bigger. You know why? Because there's no product in it. So I had, when I showered, I dyed my roots. I had it in a plait, which is the same as a braid, and then so that's why it's spritzed. I spritzed it with some water just to have it like wavy, you know, so I have different hair looks for these different lives, and but there's no product in it, so it's just getting bigger and bigger, especially if I keep playing with it or if I brush it. So, and I know I was wearing like a my brain shuts off sometimes. I was wearing a Guns N' Roses shirt today and like balloon pants, so it was a very like 80s look, and I was like, oh, I think because I was still wearing that before I changed into this for my live, I was like, oh, this makeup, I think it was inspired by the 80s, by my clothes I was wearing. So anyways, I still have to do my workout. You know, like I haven't stopped working out. I just need to step it up. So I need to take the dog for a walk or go on my cross trainer for 18 minutes at least. And then tomorrow I'll be starting the yoga. And actually, yeah, so. And tomorrow, Mondays are standing poses. So mountain pose and warrior poses and what else is there? Yeah, so different standing poses. My brain's not working. So, what is in your plans for the week coming up? And do you have plans for Valentine's Day? I want to say something about that, even though I will see you guys next week before Valentine's Day. Although, like I said, this is season 9, episode 12, and as you guys know, usually I do 12 episodes. I call that a season. So that means I do like 4 seasons a year. Right? 12 weeks. Anyways, so 12 weeks is about 3 months, so that would be about 4 seasons a year. But usually I take a break if I need it, just a day off, just why not a mid season break. So we'll see next Sunday. There's no reason for me to take a break, but I should be back, and if so, it'll be the one before Valentine's. But I also want you guys to remember that Valentine's isn't just about having a partner, or like a significant other. Valentine's is about love, and your kids can be your Valentines, your parents can be your Valentines, your best friends can be your Valentines, You can leave Valentine's for strangers. You can do nice things for people any day, but you know, just celebrate love and like how important love is in the world. And even me decorating, I don't care if I had a partner or not, I would still decorate for Valentine's Day. I would still celebrate the feeling of love, because even if I'm not in a relationship, I know how good it feels when you have that. So don't be sad if you're single, because there's always people to love, even if it's your furry friends. All right, find someone to be your Valentine and just make their day special. Melody said you had asked about the frozen yogurt earlier. It is store-bought. Okay, thanks. And I remember the first Valentine's Day that I had a boyfriend. I was happy enough to have a boyfriend for Valentine's Day that I didn't care what we did. So we went over to his mom's house and made her dinner and bought her roses and a teddy bear so that she wasn't lonely on Valentine's Day. So it's just about things like that. So you don't need to be sad if you're single. Just make somebody else's day and you guys can be each other's Valentines. All right? Don't be creepy though. Like, yeah, don't make it creepy. Well, I guess it's another rambling hour done, and you guys will have a good week. That's a command, a demand. You guys have a good week, and we will see you guys here next Sunday. What? Why is somebody mad? Is that you, Mom? Why are you making all those mad faces? Shaking your head at me. Melody, that's you. Why are you mad? Because you're single? But I love you. I'll be your Valentine. You can be with Mom. Mom's single. Stop being mad. Stop putting those mad faces and put hearts. Anyways, I love you guys. And if you need a Valentine, I'm here. I can be everybody's Valentine. And, yeah, have a good week. And we will probably, most likely, see you next Sunday. Mel, you're not hitting hearts. They're coming up as mad faces. They're going like this. Red faces they're shaking their head. I don't even know how to do that. I guess maybe it's because it's my live that I can't do it. Yeah, Mom, are you doing hearts? Because yours are coming up as mad faces too. Weird. Oh, okay, so Auntie Diane, yours came up as a heart, Auntie Diane, next to a, like, Bitmoji, like your face. Like a cartoon of you. Yeah, so Auntie Diane's are coming up as her little face and hearts. I don't know why either, but I love you guys, and I'll just take all those mad faces as hearts. And, so I do, you know how you do a heart like this? Oh, how does, what? Allison does something different with her fingers to make a heart. I don't know what she does. She does something different than this one. But anyways, love you guys, and we'll see you hopefully next week. Have a good week, and take care of yourself, and write out your obituary. Love you. And if you were late tuning into this, or you've just started, this will be posted in a few moments, and you will be able to watch it from the beginning. I'm sorry that the hearts didn't come up as hearts, but I love you guys lots. Bye.